It's one of the most frustrating feelings. You've been cutting calories, hitting the gym, skipping desserts, and yet the scale barely moves. But here's something most people never consider. The real enemy of fat loss might be something you eat every single day. And it's not sugar or fried food. Doctors across the country are now sounding the alarm about one healthy-sounding food that silently sabotages your metabolism, fuels stubborn belly fat, and keeps your fat-burning hormones switched off. So what is this food? Let's get right to it. Refined and processed grains. Yes, we're talking about that innocent slice of whole wheat toast, the multi-grain cereal, the brown rice crackers, and even those low-fat granola bars. They all spike your blood sugar, trigger insulin surges, and quietly shift your body into fat storage mode. The hidden science behind processed grains. Doctors and nutrition researchers explain that even so-called healthy whole grain products are often highly processed, stripped of their natural fibers, and enriched with synthetic vitamins to make them look nutritious on the label. When you consume these foods, your body treats them almost the same way it would a cookie or donut. Your blood sugar shoots up quickly, leading to a spike in insulin, the fat storage hormone. And here's the kicker. When insulin levels are high, your body cannot burn fat efficiently. It shifts into fat storage mode. Even worse, many of these grain-based products are loaded with inflammatory oils like soybean oil or canola oil, which are now being linked to obesity, heart disease, and chronic inflammation. How grains disrupt fat-burning hormones. To burn fat efficiently, your body relies on a delicate balance of hormones like insulin, leptin, cortisol, and ghrelin. But refined grains disrupt this balance in several ways. Insulin resistance. Repeated spikes in insulin dull your cell's response, leading to insulin resistance. This makes fat loss almost impossible. Leptin confusion. Leptin is the hormone that tells your brain you're full. But processed foods confuse this system, making it easier to overeat. Cortisol spike. The blood sugar roller coaster from eating processed carbs elevates cortisol, your stress hormone, which tells your body to hold on to fat, especially belly fat. Increased ghrelin. After a grain-heavy meal, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, rebounds quickly, making you feel hungry again in just a couple of hours. The healthy grain trap. Many Americans are victims of clever marketing. You'll see labels like heart healthy, whole grain, low fat, organic wheat. But don't be fooled. These labels don't mean your body can use the food efficiently. In fact, many of these products have a higher glycemic index than table sugar, meaning they cause faster and more intense blood sugar spikes. So even if you're eating within your calorie range, these foods hijack your metabolism, leaving you frustrated and stuck. What you should eat instead. So if you're cutting out refined grains, what can you eat to burn fat faster? Here's what doctors recommend. 1. Fibrous vegetables. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, arugula, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower are low in carbs and high in fiber, helping stabilize blood sugar and keep insulin low. 2. Clean proteins. Pasture-raised chicken, grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, and organic eggs promote muscle growth and boost your metabolic rate naturally. 3. Healthy fats. Avocados, olive oil, chia seeds, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon help regulate hormones and keep you full longer. 4. Low glycemic fruits. Berries, green apples, and citrus fruits offer antioxidants without spiking your blood sugar. 5. Fermented foods. Kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and yogurt support your gut health, an essential component of fat metabolism. Bonus tip, the 1-week reset. Doctors who specialize in metabolic health often recommend a 7-day grain detox to kickstart weight loss. Here's how it works. Eliminate all grains: bread, cereal, pasta, crackers, even brown rice and oats. Focus on proteins, healthy fats, and vegetables. Drink lots of water and green tea. Walk 30 minutes a day. Get 7-8 hours of sleep to support hormone balance. Most people report losing 3-5 pounds in a single week. Not just water weight, but actual fat loss, because their insulin levels drop and their bodies begin burning stored fat again.
Ready to see real results and see them fast? Eliminating grains from your diet isn't about punishment. It's about restoring your body's natural ability to burn fat, stabilize hormones, and reduce inflammation. Once grains are out of the picture, your metabolism can finally shift gears. Here's what happens during those first few weeks. blood sugar stabilizes. Without grains flooding your system with glucose, your blood sugar stays more consistent throughout the day. That means no more spikes and crashes, just steady energy, fewer cravings, and better focus. Next, insulin drops and fat burning begins. When insulin levels go down, your body finally gets access to its fat stores. This is a game changer. You can actually start tapping into belly fat for energy, instead of always needing another carb fix. Now, cravings start to fade. Grain-based foods often trigger intense hunger, especially for more carbs. But once you're off that roller coaster, your body adjusts to a new baseline. You feel satisfied with less food, and you stop snacking mindlessly. Inflammation also takes a nosedive. Grains contain things like lectins, gluten, and omega-6 oils that can promote inflammation in sensitive people. Removing them often leads to less bloating, reduced joint pain, clearer thinking, and healthier skin. But here's my favorite part. Weight comes off fast. People often drop 5 to 10 pounds in the first 10 to 14 days of going grain-free, not just water weight, but real fat, thanks to lower insulin and less inflammation. Clothes fit better, your face slims down, and belly fat softens. And don't worry, going grain-free doesn't mean deprivation. You can swap pasta for zucchini noodles, cereal for a protein smoothie, and toast for avocado and eggs. The options are endless and seriously satisfying. For long-term fat loss, it's not just about calories. It's about lowering insulin, reducing inflammation, and restoring hormonal balance. Removing grains is one of the fastest, most effective ways to do that. If you've been doing all the right things but still feel stuck, this could be your missing link. Cut the grains, fuel your body with whole foods, and watch your fat loss finally accelerate. Most people focus on carbs, calories, or portion sizes, but what's often overlooked is the low-grade chronic inflammation caused by certain foods. This type of internal inflammation quietly disrupts your metabolism, damages hormones, and blocks your body's ability to lose fat efficiently. The biggest offenders? Refined vegetable oils, artificial additives, processed dairy, and high-fructose corn syrup. These ingredients don't just impact your health long-term, they trigger short-term metabolic dysfunction that prevents weight loss no matter how much you exercise or cut calories. Let's break it down. First, refined vegetable oils, like soybean, canola, corn, and cottonseed oil. These oils are everywhere: restaurant food, salad dressings, frozen meals, even so-called healthy snacks. They're high in omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess promote inflammation throughout the body. This inflammation increases levels of cortisol, your stress hormone. Cortisol tells the body to store fat, especially around the belly, and if you're already insulin resistant, this effect is magnified. Worse, vegetable oils oxidize easily when heated, creating harmful compounds that stress the liver, gut, and fat-burning tissues. Replacing them with extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, ghee, or coconut oil can dramatically reduce inflammation and help normalize hormone levels. Next, artificial additives and preservatives. Chemical compounds like monosodium glutamate, MSG, artificial sweeteners, colorings, and preservatives don't offer any nutritional benefit, but they do increase toxic load and may interfere with metabolism. Some additives are known to interfere with leptin, the hormone that regulates hunger and fullness. Others, like aspartame and sucralose, may increase insulin levels despite being calorie-free. A clean, fat-burning diet avoids artificial ingredients and focuses on whole foods your body recognizes: vegetables, clean proteins, nuts, seeds, and fruits in moderation. And finally, processed dairy. Many people are sensitive to the proteins and sugars in dairy, especially A1 casein and lactose. This sensitivity can cause bloating, inflammation, and hormone disruption, particularly with skin and thyroid health. Even more concerning is that many conventional dairy products contain trace antibiotics and growth hormones, which may affect your gut microbiome and interfere with insulin sensitivity. If you suspect dairy is an issue, try eliminating it for 14 to 21 days and observe changes in weight, digestion, and energy. If you reintroduce dairy, go for grass-fed, organic, and fermented sources like kefir or Greek yogurt. Removing these inflammatory foods isn't just about what you lose, it's about what you gain: balanced hormones, better energy, improved mood, and yes, easier weight loss. Give it a try and see how your body transforms.
High fructose corn syrup, HFCS, and hidden sugars. HFCS is metabolized primarily in the liver, where it gets converted to fat quickly. especially visceral fat, the kind that wraps around organs and drives inflammation. Unlike glucose, fructose doesn't trigger insulin right away. This makes it deceptively dangerous because it sneaks under the radar while still pushing the body toward fat gain and metabolic dysfunction. What's more, HFCS is linked to increased leptin resistance, which dulls your ability to feel full. The result? You eat more, store more, and feel less satisfied. To avoid HFCS and hidden sugars, read labels, even on healthy items like protein bars, cereal, ketchup, salad dressing, and yogurt. How inflammation blocks fat loss. When the body is inflamed, it prioritizes survival over weight loss. Inflammation tells your system that something's wrong, and the body responds by holding on to fat, especially around the midsection. It also interferes with thyroid function, which controls your metabolic rate, insulin sensitivity, which determines how you store or burn fuel, mitochondrial health, which is essential for cellular energy and fat burning. That's why a person could be eating clean but still struggle to lose fat, if their meals include inflammatory oils, sugars, or additives. The anti-inflammatory fat-burning blueprint. If your goal is to burn fat faster, focusing on anti-inflammatory foods is just as important as cutting calories or exercising. Here's a basic template to follow. Eat more. Leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, wild-caught fish, salmon, sardines, berries, blueberries, raspberries, avocados, extra virgin olive oil, turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, bone broth, and collagen. Cut back on anything with vegetable oils or HFCS, deep-fried or packaged foods, non-organic, grain-fed dairy, artificial sweeteners and colors, refined wheat and grains. Within just a few days of switching to an anti-inflammatory diet, many people report clearer skin, better sleep, less joint pain, and rapid fat loss. It's not magic. It's about removing metabolic blockers that have been flying under the radar. Remember, fat loss is not just about eating less. It's about healing the internal systems that regulate energy, hunger, and hormone balance. If you're tired of spinning your wheels and ready to finally make progress, start by cutting out inflammatory foods and replacing them with real, nourishing alternatives. You'll not only see the scale shift, you'll feel better, look better, and stay better. If this helped you connect the dots about why fat loss has felt harder than it should, go ahead and subscribe to Live Healthy Every Day for more straight-talking health insights. Leave a comment and tell us what foods you're cutting out first. And don't forget to hit the like button so others can find this info too. Your health transformation starts with one small, powerful change.